Good morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin, and I am starting a little early, and I'll tell you why. Maybe in a few minutes. Who knows? Who knows? But I'll tell somebody why I'm starting early today, and it's a good thing. So, I know I put Vada on the thumbnail, but probably shouldn't have, because that just meant that she was going to sleep in today. Alrighty. I know Retired Rick was in here earlier, like yesterday when I created this stream, and he was like, first, Philip, don't jump up there, dude. You'll knock everything over. That would be fun. Hold on, let me drink it if I got it. Ooh, we've got comments coming in. Good morning, Donna Ray. Good morning, Granny Boo and Sandy. Good morning. Yeah, I was going to actually start 15 minutes earlier then, but like at 6:30. But I had to go out and feed the chickens and get everything done. Because yesterday I mentioned I put Moon Pie on the list to get neutered. Because there's this lovely lady that does a whole thing for everybody to get like discounted rates on getting their cats fixed. Because, you know, the cat problem, it's a big thing. And it's all around the country that a lot of them... It's been neutered, especially the ones that, I mean all of them, honestly. Okay, so, anyway, I got a text about maybe 2 to 3 hours later, and she's like, hey, could you drop him off tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, good, because it's going to be free. Somebody canceled. And I was like, oh, awesome. So Moon Pie is getting fixed this morning, and I have to drop him off at 8 o'clock. So I have got to leave at 7:30-ish to get him to where he needs to go. But I was just like, that's a great deal. I like free. And he is, I honestly don't know how old he is, but he's big enough. You know, he's big enough. I was like, maybe he's 5 months. I don't know. Vada brought it home. It was little. And it's been here for a few months. It's big enough. Good morning, Carnivore Junkie. Why is this delayed? Okay, this one isn't. I'm going to get the chat to pop out for me to read on the computer. I know, it's right here. Karen Lapine. Good morning. Oh, God. I'll wake up too as we go. And then I woke up, my throat was a little dry. I'm done with my round of antibiotics. It's gone. Woohoo. Oh, I'm so excited for that because, yes, they're gone. And now I get to recreate my microbiome that I had, which should be very fast and very efficient to fix. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, at least do a little cup of yogurt a day until I'm out of the yogurt. I probably will, because nobody else is going to eat the sour Greek yogurt. Everything's sour to me when it has something with the lactobacillus in it or whatever that you need for your gut. When you have to take something that destroys your stomach. But there it is. Why is my internet so lagging? I don't know. I've been doing laundry right now. That's right. Getting on it. Like my shirt. This is one of those Milton Charger Mopar and the duck. I thought it was appropriate because Moon Pie is a black cat. A good early morning, Carnivore Jerry. How are you? How's your mouth? That's the news. How is that thing going? After all those, you had to like double root canal or something? Did they do both? Usually when they say double root canal, they only do one. I don't know. I haven't had any. I probably need them. I don't know. Honestly, because I haven't been to a dentist in like 10 years. But I have no problems. I felt like I started to like need to go and get a cleaning and stuff. It takes me forever to do anything because I put myself last on the totem pole as mom, so I really don't care if I need to go or not, unless I'm like, you know, have pink eye or have a really bad sinus infection. That's usually when I go to the doctor, because I don't like going. Who does? Karen says, I love plain Greek yogurt. I make sauces out of it. See, yeah, a lot of people do. Like that. I read once that you could use that in a replacement for sour cream. The phone just did something funny. I hope I didn't, like, pause and disappear. Oh, no. And it's good for you. It's just, for me, I was worried about the carbs. And for good reason, because I am a carb addict. So when I feel a little more sugar in my system, I want to either eat more, I want to like loaf around on the couch more. You know, it's just like, I'm not really me unless I'm eating like a pure carnivore diet. So to get back to it would be great. And I've been floating around the idea of my hyper carnivore diet, which is just coffee and red meat. I'm like really floating that. I'm like, you know, I'm usually doing that anyway. And since the chickens and the ducks are laying like, they're doing about like 6 eggs a day because I got a lot of them molting. I haven't noticed the ducks molt though. They might be all young, except for my Muscovy duck, which isn't. So anyway, do you guys have anything big going on today? Start a poll. I didn't even start a poll. I was just like, you know, I should go on early because I'm going to leave and it'll only be like 30 minutes. I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh, so it's super exciting. Nixon's been home for like a week. He's been home for a week. He got a doctor note Monday, and then we got him a double doctor note, and then I added in the weekend for him, and I was like, aren't you glad to go back to school? It's been a while. And he woke right up, and he was like, yes, I'm ready to go to school. But what sucks is he missed his friend's mom come in and read books, and they did a whole turkey thing where they made little turkeys. But, you know, we'll do something here. I got to do something with Flash. We were watching a YouTube video about why we celebrate Thanksgiving, and they're talking about the Mayflower, and then there's like the mother of Thanksgiving, which I've never heard about, so that's something that I should probably look up now because I really don't know much about her. They mentioned her really quickly, that there was a mother of Thanksgiving, and I'm like, oh man, so what is this? Anyway, let me type a poll maybe, and also find out who the mother of Thanksgiving is and why is there a mother of Thanksgiving. That'd be a good one. Okay. And while I'm typing in stuff, let's put in where we're from. Okay. Hi, I'm Erin, Middle Tennessee. There we go. Click on that. Ooh. Silence is violence. Okay. Jerry said the oncological gave me 20 more amoxicillin pills to take. That's awful. Jaw less sore today, but still feel like crud. Yeah. No gut backbone left. Oh, all the cooties are gone. Okay. I found the mother of Thanksgiving. I'm so excited for this. Good morning, Sean. From Bedford, Virginia. Josephine from the sunny Queensland. Good evening. And Granny Boo from Oklahoma. Wow, there's not much about the mother of Thanksgiving. Not much at all. Have you ever heard of the mother of Thanksgiving? Yes or no? In the chat. Go ahead and do that. It'll be fun. We'll be like me asking questions to the audience. You guys answering away. All right. So she was a 19th century writer. And it was, okay, so the title, The Mother of Thanksgiving, was most commonly given to a lady named Sarah Joseph Hale. That's her name. That's her name. It was a Hale. She was the 19th century writer of an influential magazine editor. She was influencer magazine editor. Okay, look, listen, ChatGPT, get it right. So, okay. For decades, she campaigned to make Thanksgiving a national U.S. holiday. Her letters to presidents and public advocacy finally succeeded when Abraham Lincoln proclaimed a national Thanksgiving Day in 1863. Yes. All right, so Sarah Josepha Hale. Josepha. That's different. I might name the cat that. Josie and your pussycats. That's what I should do with the cats. Little cinnamon roll. She needs a good name. Like, I feel so bad for you because you don't have a name to this stripy, chubby cat. Oh, lost my chat. Got a relay on Aaron's screen to communicate. Oh, no. Oh, no. Josephine's never heard of it because she's in Australia. No, the Queensland. All right. She was born in 1788 in New Hampshire. She was a writer, poet, and a longtime editor of Goody's Lady Book, the most influential women's magazine of the 19th century. Fun fact is, she wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb. There you go. She saw Thanksgiving as a unifying force. Hale believed a shared national holiday would strengthen American identity, bring families together, help heal political divisions. Yeah, because they're coming off like the Civil War there, aren't they? She published annual Thanksgiving editorials promoting the idea for over 20 years. Wow. She lobbied politicians relentlessly. Hale personally wrote to governors, senators, and even 5 U.S. presidents, arguing that the country needed a national day of gratitude. Her most famous letter went to Abraham Lincoln in 1863 during the Civil War. Lincoln agreed. Moved by her appeal for a national unity, Lincoln issued a proclamation establishing the last Thursday of November as the national Thanksgiving holiday. This is why Hale is widely considered the mother of Thanksgiving. Yet she disappeared in history, I think, a little bit. Because she disappeared in my history. I think I've heard about her before. The Hale name is familiar, but I'm not sure. Everybody's asking Jerry how she's doing. She also shaped the holiday menu. Hale published recipes and descriptions that help define the traditional meal. Roasted turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, and cranberry sauce. Many of those foods became popular because of her influence. Her legacy. Thanksgiving is now one of the most widely celebrated holidays in the U.S. Hale is remembered as a visionary who used writing to make real social change, and she is honored in historical texts, museums, and even in children's books for her role. Oh. Yes. November 20th. Got like 8 days or something? Or I don't know when Thanksgiving is. Is it next Thursday? Next Thursday? Good morning, Sharon. Started a little early today. We gotta take a cat to get him fixed. It's all awesome. And he's doing so well. He's on the coffee table in the other room. And I noticed that the cage needed a few zip ties on it, or he could easily pop it off and get out of there. So I was like, where are the zip ties? I found one in the barn yesterday. We have a bunch of zip ties, but they're kind of scattered, obviously, for good reason, because I don't really need them. And they're more fun for kids, right? Right? That's what it is. And I'm like, oh, well, here's some string. And I'm tying up the little holes just to make sure he can't pop out. And he's like putting his little paws through and trying to eat me because he's probably like, feed me, oh, feed me. Oh, poor Jerry. To add insult to injury, she has no voice. It's the pills, man. My son's, he's still on his, because he had, the oldest one, he had an ear infection as well when I went in. I took him with me. And he's still on his, and he's like, oh, I can't get over this, the dry throat. And I was like, it's the medicine that you're taking that's making you have it. You're almost up. It's almost been 10 days. You're good. I ran out of mine because I obviously, which you're not supposed to do, let Vada take some. I was like, it's okay. We all have the same thing. Whatever this is, we've all got the same cold. When I took Nixon in, the doctor was like, look at him. You can tell. He needs it. So he's got the liquid, the pink liquid stuff. Okay. Indigenous traditions. Many native nations held and still hold ceremonies to the thanks tied to the seasons, such as I cannot say that, the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address. Haudenosaunee, maybe that's what you say. A daily expression of gratitude to the natural world. These traditions long predate European settlement. Colonial Thanksgiving days. In the 1600s to 1700s, New England colonies declared occasional days of fasting or feasting to thank God for events like good harvest or military victories. These were local, not national, and not annual. George Washington in 1789 had a proclamation, a one-time national Thanksgiving Day after the U.S. Constitution was adopted. Later presidents did not consistently repeat it, which is why the holiday faded until Hale revived the idea. So Lincoln set the precedent that the last Thursday of November in 1863. And in 1939, FDR moved Thanksgiving earlier to extend the holiday shopping season because inflation, war. After controversy, Congress fixed the dates as the fourth Thursday in November in 1941. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began in 1924, originally featuring animals from the Central Park Zoo. I wonder why they stopped that one. NFL Thanksgiving football started in 1920 with the formation of the league, the Detroit Lions, in 1934. The game cemented in tradition. TV starting in the 1950s transformed Thanksgiving into a national shared broadcast event. Hale popularized the pumpkin pie and the turkey, but regional variants expanded. Mac and cheese from the African American tradition, tamales from Southwestern Mexican American homes, oyster dressing, which is coastal, never heard of it, and a jollof rice of Caribbean dishes in immigrant families. Oh, that's nice. It really doesn't matter. If you don't like turkey, you can make heart attack fried chicken. Brisket. I do brisket. We got a turkey now. They're so excited about that turkey because it's been years since they've actually had a turkey that I made. The last time turkey was made, my husband made it and everybody got sick. So, yeah, we're not letting him touch the turkey. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, George. Let's see. Smoothie. Good morning. And still struggling. Oh, no. The hernia is complaining like mad. Oh, that's awful. I hope it all goes, ow. Hernias aren't fun. Sandy loves turkey, but she's never been poisoned by it. That's why she likes it. Amy's doing heart attack chicken on Thanksgiving. Hey, yeah, why not? I was thinking about heart attacking the bird, but you'd have to get a lot of lard or something. Lard would be the cheapest. Tallow would be better. And the big pot thing. I lost mine. We had a rock, and it's a really big rock, and it's fun. It's huge, and it's by the little house and the cabin. And I had my turkey roaster thing there, and I left the pot out there after I washed it and stuff. Or maybe it was still full of oil. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't care. Because what had happened was, we had a huge rainstorm, like tons of rain. And everything from the top of the valleys swole down, and everything down and where the kids play and the swings and all that was flooded. There was a big rush of water. Let's just say that. And everything went that way. And it probably went out to the Cumberland River. And so there's a pot somewhere floating around. And maybe it made it all the way down to Miami by now. And it's just been floating. And it's probably that pot that Church and Mopar Rick was recording. Like, that looks like a nice pot, but I'm not putting my hand in that water. Have you ever seen that one? It's a good episode. Oh, yes. And Rick's here. Good morning. And Sandy's cooking a roast right now. I keep forgetting to pick up, and I'm going to look for them now, those big roaster things that you fit a turkey in. But also, it would be great to make like huge batches of broth in those things. And they go on sale around now. I keep forgetting to pick one up because it's not on my big to-do list. But it would be perfect to roast that dang turkey that Flash picked out because it's huge. Erin, I'll send you the letter I got about my hernia problem from the National Health Service, and you can be grateful you don't live under this scumbag system. George is awful. The hernia and everything. Oh my gosh. Ooh. And how long it takes you to get any help ever. Yeah. Healthcare for all, right? I'm thankful no hurricane this year in Florida, says Sandy. Yeah. Beef or pork roast, ? Says Josephine. And the answer was beef, because that's what's for dinner. I didn't pull out dinner yet. I think it's going to be chicken for the kids. Chicken thighs. I almost have enough, so I can do heart attack chicken thighs, but I'm going to have to use bacon grease, because that's what I've been collecting. All right. We're, just talking a little bit about the Thanksgiving. Ooh, we can do the real story of the 1621 Wampanoag Pilgrim Gathering. I should play this for Flash. I'm just going to read it for you guys. And I'll just you have to sit here and listen and then answer my questions. There's more fun things. I need to go pick up construction paper today. I need to put that on my list, actually, since I'm going to go to town twice. I've got to take Rocky to her yearly physical. She's super excited. She's like, yeah, they take the blood in your arm. And we're like, okay. You remember, poor thing. Let us not forget how freaked out you are when they come at you with needles at the doctor's. Good morning, Brian. George, I'm so sorry. And the U.S. is always pushing for a single-payer healthcare system. Yep. Funny story. I lost mine, so I got to go, find some health insurance now, because obviously when I don't have it, that's when I get problems. Let's see. Josephine says, I don't eat a lot of bacon. No bacon fat. Bacon fat sounds yummo, though. Wait. Would it turn the flesh pink? No. Okay, so when you cook the chicken thighs in the bacon grease, deep fry them, oh man, they look to me, they almost look like breaded fried chicken. They look good. And when you bite into them or whatever, it's just, cooked. It's white skin, or the dark meat has a little bit of darker skin to it, but it's good. It's good, the thighs. Heart attack chicken's where it's at. It is so good. I like doing just the wings because it's so fast to cook them. Chicken wings. Thighs take longer. We're saying hi to everybody. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm with the real story. Yes, comma. Boom. All right. This is going to be the real, historically supported story of what happened in 1621 between the Wampanoag people and the English settlers of Plymouth. It's striped with myths, children's book versions, and romanticized images many people grew up with. Oh man, it's gonna be lame. It might be fast too. Let me see how long this thing is. It is. Oh, and there's like points to everything. Wait, the Wampanoag were not invited? Oh my gosh. Okay. I am going to butcher all these beautiful names because this was not my intention. It was just to hang out and talk. I'm not good at just to keep going and talk about silly stories because I don't really have much. Yesterday, I had a lot of laundry to fold. Vada was like, you need to catch up on these vampire diaries. It's just hard because they're like 45 minutes a piece. I'm not going to sit on my butt. I got to do stuff at the same time and still try to listen and hear what's going on. And then like I have to run in and see like, what's going on and see and watch. But so far, you know, at first I wasn't really into it, the diaries, but now I'm just like, gotta get through them. I think we're on season 2, almost at the end of it. We might have started season 3. No, I'm probably still on season 2 because they're long. There's like 23 episodes per season. Ugh. And they're crazy. I was just like, Caroline, which was a cheerleader. She still is, I think. And she got bit. She became a vampire because she was internally bleeding from a car accident. And then fast forward, there's this boy there that turns into a werewolf. I don't remember his name. Do I really care? He's a werewolf vampire now. And they're dating. And then he accidentally bit her. And then this is her birthday. He accidentally bites her. And a werewolf bite is detrimental to a vampire. Unless you have special blood from a werewolf vampire hybrid. Okay? Stay with me. There is one, luckily, that he knew because that's what changed him into a vampire werewolf hybrid as well. So now I'm thinking, if her boyfriend's a hybrid, wouldn't he have the hybrid blood? Couldn't he cure her as well as the guy that turned him into a vampire? Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. And then, like, the main vampire, Stefan, he's, like, tormented by this vampire werewolf dude that wants to like get rid of his curse, which I think he does, sort of, because he's got to use the main girl, which I don't remember her name right now. He's got to use her blood to change to make his little hybrid wolf people. Okay, and then he takes the main dude Stefan and he like does that weird vampire eye thing with him. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Stefan and his brother were like taking shots of vervain, which is vampire stuff that they really shouldn't be drinking, but they're trying to like up their vervain so they can't be controlled or something. I don't know, guys. It's so off. It's so weird. But I was like, if he's taking those shots, is he still taking that stuff? How is he being compelled by this other vampire dude? And he's being compelled to like be more violent and turn off a switch or something. And I was like, I thought it was taking the vervain. And then they were trying to like change Stefan back to how he was before he met this vampire hybrid dude. And I was like, wait a minute, don't they just have to shoot him with vervain to help him? So it's so weird, okay? It's like a weird, I don't know, soap opera type deal. And now I have to watch it so I can discuss with Vada. That's where I'm at with that. Okay, back to the real story of 1621. It was not a Thanksgiving holiday. In 1621, the event was not called Thanksgiving by English or the Wampanoag. To the English, a Thanksgiving was a strict religious day of fasting, prayer, and repentance, not a feast. In 1621, the gathering was instead a harvest celebration, closer to a secular festival. The first Thanksgiving label wasn't applied until the 1800s, especially during Sarah Josepha Hale's campaign. Why did it happen? Diplomacy and survival. All right, here we go. The vampire is an older vampire that comes from Stefan's lineage, and I can't remember the show because it was so many years ago. Yeah, it was like 20 years ago, right? Like, it's crazy, crazy old. So weird. All right, anyway. The English settlers were struggling. They survived their first year because of the Wampanoag help, including teaching them how to grow crops like corn, beans, and squash. The Three Sisters, explaining how to fertilize and manage unfamiliar land, showing them local fishing and shellfishing gathering methods. The Wampanoag, led by, I'm going to butcher it, we'll call him O, formed a political and military alliance with the English. O'Shamaquin. Close enough. Mr. O'Shamaquin. This alliance served both sides. The English needed food and protection, and the Wampanoag needed allies against rival tribes and encroaching Europeans. The harvest feast was part of the alliance stable, not an act of friendship. The Wampanoag were not invited, according to oral histories and analysis by the Wampanoag historians. The English were holding a harvest celebration and fired guns in the air as part of the festivities. About 90 Wampanoag men arrived in response, likely because they thought the English were calling for military assistance or signaling trouble. Instead of sending them away, the English included them in the celebration. The Wampanoag hunted and provided deer. 5 were brought. They contributed much of the food that the people associated with the feast, and the image of the pilgrims sending polite invitations is a myth and invented much later. Foods that were served, nothing like the textbooks show. We actually know some details about Edward Winslow's 1621 letter. One of the primary sources describing the event, foods likely served: venison, waterfowl, fish and shellfish, corn dishes, cornbread, porridge, hominy, beans, squash, and other native vegetables, wild berries, and nuts. Foods definitely not served: cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and no stuffing. The peace did not last. This is where the romantic version ends and the real history turns dark. Very dark. European disease outbreak devastated the wampum communities. English expansion demanded more land. Tensions escalated into King Philip's War of 1675 to 1676, one of the bloodiest wars per capita in American history. Thousands of native people were killed, enslaved, or dispatched. Osawatomquin's son, Metacom, was killed. His head was displayed by colonists for decades. Oh, that's awful. For many indigenous people, Thanksgiving is tied to these later events, which is why some of them observe a national day of mourning. What the Wampanoag say today. In 1621 meeting was not a celebration of unity, but a moment of fragile strategic diplomacy. Their people endured centuries of loss after European arrival. They continue to exist today as sovereign nations, including the Mashpee Wampum tribe and the Wampum tribe of Gayhead. The real story is about survival, resilience, complexity, and not just a simple feast. There you go, guys. I'm glad I killed your happy morning. Boom, boom, boom. Restore chat. But isn't that nice? Live chat. Here we go. Where's the mashed potatoes and stuffing? Well, Lil Miss late to the party. That didn't happen. That wasn't till later. when the lady that wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb decided it's going to be mashed potatoes and stuff. And George said the Christmas dinner here is roast turkey, roast potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and cranberry sauce. That's honestly what I used to make my kids. But it was mashed potatoes, though, were in it, not roasted. LOL, burning candles. How did you know I was trying to fix my candle? Ah, that's how you try to fix candles, you burn them. It never works. I hope it works for you, because it never works for me. Oh, you forgot the pigs in the blankets? That's right, the pigs in the blankets. They're awesome. Really good. Totally delicious. Everybody should try them. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Jackie. I don't know if I said good morning. Probably just shouted it out. Okay. I actually have to skedaddle in 10 minutes. And I'm going to take a kitty to get neutered. He's being really, really well behaved in his little cage. He's a sweetie. He really is. Even though he's a brat because he's a kitten, he's still a monster. You need to find those little sausages, says Amy. Amy, okay. So, some people say, now what was I going to tell you to use? Oh, breakfast sausage. The small breakfast link sausages. Find yourself the cleanest one you can find. I think Walmart might have clean ones. The Walmart brand. They're just the smaller ones. That's all you use. Burning candles at both ends. Yep. You like how the matriarchs and the patriarchs of the bloodline can compel you? Yeah, it's crazy. But weren't they were all eating the stupid vervain stuff on slow doses and to get it higher so they can't be compelled. So I was like, did everybody forget? Did the writers quit and then new writers came in? I mean, what's going on in this story? Wampog. That's a fun word. That's the word of the day for Amy. You got to say it like 5 times. In front of somebody when you stub your toe and sing it or something. I don't know. Have fun. Okay. And Amy and Smoothie need to plan a meetup sometime in 2026. Jackie's down. And then I just skipped all the chat down to the bottom. Amy says she air fries hot dogs wrapped in bacon all the time. Yeah, there you go. You can find little sausages. Milton will eventually get fixed. Well, my Milton copycat, but he's not pure Milton because he has the little white spot on his chest and he has little white spots all over his body. Yes, Jones breakfast sausages are clean. Those are what you want to use, and then you just wrap them in bacon. Costco has them. Your Costco. Although I think I'm letting my Costco thing, I should go there and be like, I'm unsatisfied, and get my money back real quick before it expires. I was telling my son Petrus about that. He's like, what are you doing? Isn't that wrong? And I was like playing the system and then coming back through the next day and just buying the cheaper card. Oh, people do it all the time. I'm not that kind of people though. I just said it out loud. I was like, you could probably do that. Jackie said, I finally figured out how to fix those stupid candles that the wick gets burned in the wax because inevitably you trim 1/8 of an inch like it tells you to do, and then it never burns right. Oh. And then, good morning, Lisa. She said, Amy Lou chicken breakfast sausage are pretty clean, and wrap them in bacon. Boom. Got it. And Amy says, I keep thinking of Dr. Kilt's asking me if I washed my sausages to make them clean. I would have been like, you know, yeah, Dawn dish soap, because they wash little duckies in that, so I'm sure it's fine. Would that be like saying Beetlejuice 3 times? Maybe. Ah. Don't go, I have a software test in the morning. I'd rather listen here. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Amy, but I do have to skadooch. Which isn't fun, but I do. At least we got to learn a little bit about Thanksgiving. Isn't that fun? That's so fun. I'll have Flash watch this. You say that because you have one. Amy Lou, I forgot about that brand. Okay. Yes, you did. I heard you. I saw that. Oh, they have big packs at your Costco. Yeah, I guess when I go to Costco and tell them I'm unsatisfied with my membership, come back the next day and see if they've got them. They probably do. I always walk by that section where they have all the. For us, it's kind of like in the middle, and I'd rather be on the outskirts where the meat is. All right, let's all go get construction paper now and draw our hands and make colorful turkey feathers and hang them. Oh, and then we have to make the hats. Like we did in 2nd grade. Yeah, because that's basically what I'm doing today with all of them that I have at home. So I have to remember, I'll put on the list, construction paper, because I'll be out dropping a kitty off. And yeah, I can go to the dump too, yeah. Doing that, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay. Sounds like fun. We're making turkeys. How do you make a turkey? I did a kitty. Where is it? You see my kitty? It says Moon Pie because Moon pays up for surgery. He's not that fat. But that's my kitty. You gonna do the top hat? Yeah. We're gonna do the top hat. The headdress. Emmett wants to make a real one because every time we go out there, the geese are mean to the turkeys, and the geese like to pull the turkey's feathers, and they're all tom turkeys, so we have like all these great feathers. We're gonna have some fun. I need to figure out what's wrong with my printer though. I think the little thing that spins the paper through needs to be oiled maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it because we found some really fun Thanksgiving sheets that Flash could fill out, and some for Emmett and Rocky to play with, coloring pages. So that should be a delight. Everybody wishes they could come see Amy sing. That's right. All about my chat. I just lost the chat. My chat. I'm zipping on some. I put too much salt in this fizzy water. It's like, but I thought it would help with my throat in the morning because it's so dry still, and it's gonna take a minute for everything to get back to normal. George wants to know, does December 26th have a special name in the USA? It's Boxing Day here and St. Stephen's Day in Ireland. Cold Turkey Day and lots of sporting events. I think what they've made here, they've made Christmas so commercial that they think it's just one day and not 12. So, or the beginning of the calendar year. So, I don't think they do anything much. It's my cousin's birthday. And then the next day is Scarlett's birthday. And then we get a break, and then the next day is Flash's birthday. Because they're like 2 years and 1 day apart. Ooh, the Christmas concert will be on YouTube for free. Awesome. Don't forget to share the link when you have it. Okay. And we'd all love to meet Amy one day at Amy's Indiana meetup. That's happening sometime next year. Maybe. It's probably close. It would be like But you're more north. You're really north, Indiana. We should all go to Ketopalooza. For me, Ketopalooza is like 4 hours, maybe 3.5. Google it first before you start wrestling. That's in Kentucky. That's the one in Kentucky. It's not a bad drive. It's like, I think it might be 2.5 to 3 hours, Lisa, for you, because that's about how it is for me. I don't know. In the end, if I drive from here to Ohio, it's always like 5 hours and 30 minutes if I don't stop. It's a 5-hour drive for you, yeah. In Louisville, I'm gonna all get baseball bats. Get the little ones that say Louisville Slugger. Yes, the Greek Orthodox Church Epiphany January 6th is more important than Christmas Day. Yep. Older traditions that stay, right? That is super salty. I'm gonna have to add something to that. More water. I thought about it because I know I've been sick, but I'm a little lazy lately. And I'm like, because I haven't really done many projects that I want to do, so that's lazy for me. And I was like, wait a minute. Have I added extra salt lately to anything that I've been doing? No. So maybe it's a good thing that that's super salty for me to drink right now. Good morning, retired Rick. Unfortunately, I have to leave, and I have to leave now so I can get the cat to his appointment on time. So I want to thank you guys. Louisville. Do I say it wrong? Louisville. I love to call it Louisville. And anytime we come down here, or when we used to come down here, I would read all the words like somebody who'd never read them before, and my husband would be like, "That's not what you say. It's Reedyville, not Readyville. What? Where are you from?" Type deal. I'm like, oh God. Here we go. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me. And at least I got in about maybe 48 minutes. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye. You do.